Bella, the maker mama boss lady behind Fiber and Fox, and I'm still here. This is episode 47 of my podcast. I'm a little out of practice, but everything you need to know about me is linked down below this video in the description box. And there is also a link to a blog post that contains all of the links to anything that I may mention today, patterns, designers, and the like. So yes, here I am. It's been a minute. I haven't had content to show you, so I've kind of disappeared off the internet, but I am still here. Hasn't been a ton of making, stuff going on behind the scenes, all is well. And yeah, I kind of have just taken a little bit of a making break, I guess, and I have some stuff to share and some things to update you on, so I figured I'd jump on and make some sort of a podcast. Hopefully this ends up being a decent length. I'm not sure, but thank you for joining me. Thank you for sticking around. Thank you for being here. I appreciate all of you. Admin wise, the first thing I want to let you know is that if you are watching this on, let's see, what is Friday going to be? If you're watching this on Friday when it comes out, or any time before Tuesday, March 8th of 2022, I'm going to be doing a live on YouTube over on Sarah of SEK Handmaid's channel. I will make sure to link it in the show notes for you, but she's been doing some Meet the Maker lives, and she's someone who's part of Crochetpreneur Business Academy with me, and she had asked if I wanted to do a little Meet the Maker interview type thing. I'm a little nervous about it because I feel like I'm better alone in my office than I am live and interviewed, but it should be really fun, and Sarah just seems really delightful and like someone who's really good at keeping conversation going, which is not one of my strong suits. So if you would like to join us, we will be live on her channel Tuesday, March 8th at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So I will link that down below, and I think she'll put it up as well as a preview maybe. So you should probably be able to get reminders for it if you'd like. So go check out her channel. She's an awesome designer. She does a lot of jewelry. She does a lot of great stuff, but I kind of associate her with jewelry. And she does some Tunisian as well. And just really seems delightful. So I'm excited to sit down and chat with her, and you can get to know me a little better, I guess, get to know her a little better, and I hope you will join us. And I think it'll still be available afterwards. If you can't catch the live, it will be over on her channel as well, and I will try to post a link once that's available and whatnot. So join me for that. That's kind of the big admin that I wanted to share. Yeah, I've kind of just disappeared off the internet a little bit. Besides not having a ton of content to share, and just being frustrated with Instagram in general with the whole Reels thing and everything. Another, not my strong point. But I've kind of taken a step back. I get to a point sometimes when I need to limit my social media and internet intake with everything going on in the world. I totally realize it is a privilege to be able to turn that off and to shut off things that I don't want to see, because not everybody has that option, obviously. But as someone who's extremely empathetic and prone to anxiety, I sometimes have to step back and be like, is this actually helping anyone? If I have a constant, sitting on my phone, constantly refreshing for news updates and kind of stuff, it's not actually beneficial to anyone anywhere in the world, and it's definitely not beneficial to me. So I'm trying to be as informed as I need to be, and not, stick your head in a hole like what is that animal, ostrich? Is that even right? Not do that, but also not get to the point where I'm just completely saturated and overwhelmed with everything all the time. So trying to balance that. So I will be back on Instagram at some point, but I've had to take a little bit of a step back for my own personal health. So yes, praying for things and just, I don't know, trying to balance the amount of okay, I want to be informed so that I can pray, so that I can know what to pray for, what's going on, and pray specifics and that sort of thing for people who are struggling, but also if the amount of information I'm taking in versus the amount of time that I'm actually praying or doing something about it isn't, in balance somehow, I don't think it's healthy. So that is my personal Instagram take right now. And I think admin-wise, I think that might be it. I think that just might be it. So let's get into the making, if we can call what I've been doing making. I forgot. I also usually tell you what I'm wearing. I have on my Forgotten Lore shawl, which absolutely delights me because it is one of my, I think it is at this point my most popular pattern. It was my most popular pattern sale-wise of last year by far. It's the one that's shaped kind of bat wing, dragon wing, like really sheer. You can see me through it. And this is a design that kind of happened by accident. I was working on designing a sweater, and this yarn that I had wasn't going to work out, but I was like, I love this stitch pattern and I want to do something with this purple yarn. So I made this shawl, and it has just been very well received, and I love that. So it's got this beautiful puff detail going down all the ridges, and it's got a really unique shape, and this one is in a more lace weight type yarn, but it works great in fingering weight as well. I will link the pattern drop video for you. And yeah, if you like a lightweight shawl, go ahead and check it out. And it's also one that you could, a lot of people have contacted me and asked like, hey, can I make this in worsted weight? I live in a colder climate. You definitely could, because you don't need to end up with any certain amount of stitches. It's kind of one of those make it until you're happy with the size. So if you want to play with gauge and hook size and yarn and whatnot, you definitely could make it whatever yarn weight, I guess, that you wanted to. But I really like the drapey lightweight situation. And I'm also wearing, you probably saw a little bit, Crochet at Home Mom, which is a design by Crafting for Weeks. So you can check out Kelsey's Etsy shop. Sometimes she has them, sometimes she doesn't, but she has a lot of cute maker crochet related stuff, so worth checking out. There are no finished objects to be spoken of, so we'll just get right into WIPs. And I think I had shown these last time, and they're honestly not much further along than they were then. But I have a pair of socks, because always there's a pair of socks. I have one finish. It is a blueberry waffle-esque. Blueberry waffle is a free sock pattern. So I followed the stitch pattern, but not any of the counts or heels or anything. So kind of doing my own thing on the sock, but just using the stitch pattern. But it's a free pattern. You can check it out. It's a great beginner-friendly sock. It's great, ribbed, cushy, delightful. So what I am using is, I did the cuff in just solid green, or whatever color you'd call that. That's West Yorkshire Spinner's signature 4-ply in the color cardamom. And then I held cardamom, held double with a mill end from Green Mountain Spinnery. So I'm holding those two double, because this is very fine and not great on its own. And then the main color is Patton's Croy, possibly Patton's Croy FX, in the colorway Clover Colors. So I have one done, and then just a little bit past the heel bit on the second one. And they're not hard or anything. I just haven't been working on them. So I need to do that, because I think the blueberry waffle sock pattern is my favorite fit of all socks. And I'll have to see if I can link it, because I forget who the maker was. No, I'm just going to make something up if I say it, but my friend Emily of A Rambling Yarn got me this for Christmas. So yeah, these are my greenish, springish, waffle-ish sock WIPs. Almost lost that needle in my shawl there. We're going to make sure that doesn't get lost. I have it in a preposterously large bag with a bunch of other yarn, and I need to downsize it to an actual sock WIP bag, because this is everything that I need to hold. And I have it in this giant sweater quantity bag here, which I'm really, there's another bag in there. I don't know what's going on with the maker content. But this is scarcely a WIP. It doesn't look like anything now, but I have it planned out in my mind, and hopefully it's going to work out. So I had gotten last year or so a bunch of, a bunch of this Nubu, I think is how we say it, Lion brand yarn. I thought it was discontinued, but I was able to find it online, so maybe not. It's 100% lyocell, which is some sort of a fiber. Eco-friendly production of lyocell made from plants, and leads the fiber industry in terms of energy and water conservation. So I don't really know what lyocell is. I should probably look it up. It's the colorway Peach, and it's a Lion brand yarn, and I had gotten it quite marked down in clearance at Joann last fall, maybe, because it was it's a very lightweight yarn, a very lightweight, and I guess it's the one that's recommended or endorsed by the Knitted Knockers. So it's very soft, very gentle on the skin, and very drapey and kind of floppy. But I had gotten, I think I have 4 skeins in this colorway Peach, which I don't know. Yeah. I don't know if it's the best color for me and therefore maybe not the best color for my daughter, but she had picked it out because they had it in clearance. And they had like a, I think like a gray purple and like a brown maybe. So there weren't all of the colors. So she liked this one the best, but it's kind of, I don't know, a little close to skin tone. She looks really good in like a saturated pink, but anyway, the plan was to make her a springy dress of some sort. And I've settled on, because I looked at patterns and couldn't find any that I liked, and I was like back and forth on knitting or crocheting it. So now I'm just winging it, and I decided I'm going to do a top and a skirt. If I have pictures, I made, I don't think it was last year, I think it was the year before last year. Yes. So 2020, I had made her a kind of like a halter top. I don't even know what to call it because it was a really unique shape top that I had made out of a granny square and then done some cool shaping and stuff in the back for the fit. Super cute. And then I made like a little tiny granny square skirt, or using tiny granny squares. The skirt was child size. A little set. I don't want to make another granny square skirt because it was a super pain to make all of those itty bitty like 2 round granny squares and then attach them and somehow shape them into a skirt. But I think I'm going to try to remake the granny square top, but in this solid peach color. So this is what we have right now. It's a giant granny square. That's a cat because there's always a cat. Honey. Go see your father. She's going to continue to try to dig her way under the door. But if I let her in, it's chaos. So I have a granny square. So the plan is to take the granny square. I think I'm going to have to line it. And I might use, like, I have a couple vintage hankies. I'm not much of a sewist. But my thought is that I will sew a hanky or something. I will raid my mother's fabric stash or something on the inside of this, just for the front of the top. Because it's a little transparency. And especially with the close to skin color, I think lined would be best. But, so I'm going to do this. And go find the picture of the other one. It was available, so you kind of have an idea what I'm talking about. And then I made like a half back, not granny squared. And then I did like a halter thing with straps. So I'm going to try to remake that. It's going to be, if I didn't say it's for Easter, definitely for springtime, but the plan is to wear it for Easter. Definitely too cold for Easter for a granny square halter tank top. But with a jean jacket on, I think she'll be okay. Hopefully we have a warm Easter. It's pretty late this year in April, so we'll see. And if not, she can wear it in the spring, whatever. So I'm going to do that. And then I want to create a skirt that kind of has almost a shaping like this does with like the dragon, like the pointy shape. I had made her a baby blanket. Wow, I think even before she was born, I had tested a baby blanket that was, when you laid it out flat, it was shaped like a star. I'm sure you've seen that sort of thing. So I want to take that star shape, maybe because I think it was a 5-pointed star, so maybe do like a 7-point, 6-point. I'm not sure how many points I need. This is all very hypothetical. And no, this won't be a pattern. This is just something I'm doing for fun. It's sounding so fun as I'm describing it. I want to make a skirt so that'll hang and be super drapey and have all these points so that if you flattened it out, it would look like a star. Does that make any sense? It sounds like really twirly and fun. But it may also be really heavy because this lyocell stuff is pretty heavy. I would compare it to like a bamboo. It's very similar to like a bamboo yarn. So yeah, plant fibers are heavy. So I'm thinking, because I was originally going to do a dress, but then I thought that would pull the top weird and make the haltery bit uncomfortable. So I'm going to do a skirt with an elastic waistband, a ribbed elastic waistband, and then somehow create the star shape off of that and do like crazy increases and make it point out, I think. This may not turn out. I may be following like a knitted pattern from a book. But yeah, I'm going to try to crochet this. And I have a couple skeins left in this color. And then I ended up ordering more because, you know, what makes perfect sense is to buy something on clearance and then order like another $30-something of it to make a project for an Easter dress that your kid totally doesn't need. Yeah, handmade is funny like that sometimes. because usually I buy most of her stuff consignment, and I can go and get, you know, a cute springtime dress, which she doesn't even need a new dress because she's got plenty of dresses and plenty of grandmothers who buy her dresses for $8. So, yes, let's spend like $40 and endless hours and so much brain power on this thing. But I do really enjoy making stuff for her and having special pieces, and she will obviously wear it outside of just one day and everything. So I don't know. Is it impractical? Maybe, but I enjoy having a little girl, and I'm going to make her a ridiculous granny square pointy skirt dress outfit thing. So I have this color, and then I have a color salmon, I think, which is a more corally color coming, which wasn't, I think I paid $5 something a skein for those, and this was $2.97. But those were still on sale because I think they were originally $7 something. So I don't know. We shall see. So hopefully you'll see more of that. And if this design doesn't work out, I will frog it and use the yarn for something for her. But it sounds fun. It sounds like a fun, challenging project. And sometimes I just like a non-design, non-pattern following. Like I don't really need to keep count. If something's funny, just kind of fudge it. Kind of project like that. So that is my WIP section. On the acquirings front, I have some acquirings. My lap is full of gray yarn. I actually got this a couple weeks ago. A local yarn store to me, Village Wool in Glastonbury, Connecticut, has a twice a year like bag sale where stuff is discounted. How does it work? It's 75% off clearance, 25% off everything regularly priced, and a 50% off if you stuff a bag. But it's a pretty big bag, like a grocery size bag. And I didn't need a grocery size bag of yarn, but I did have a gift card that I was given for Christmas or something. And the sale usually happens around my birthday in February. So I was like, well, I have a gift card. I will go. I don't really need yarn, but sale, gift card, clearance, why not? So I got deals I didn't need. Let's see. Let me organize this here. So they always have a clearance section. She has like 2 like cubby bookcases in the back of the shop that are always, I think, 70% off clearance, maybe 60. But she does 75% off for the bag sale. And I do have an interview with Marianne of Village Wool from when we did the shop hop in the summertime. So I will link that for you as well if you want to take a tour around the shop. But I grabbed these skeins of Shibui Fern, and it is 100% organic cotton. She has a lot of eco-friendly and organic type yarns, which I think is really awesome. So this is the color. Do you have a color? Tar. The color tar. So these are the specs there on that. Shibui yarn is normally something that I do not splurge on. It's very pricey. This yarn was actually from their bag sale a few years ago, which is why I was so fixated on using it, because it's like cashmere and silk. It's like real fancy, which I've paired with a hoodie because, you know, cashmere. But Shibui is usually pretty pricey. This is, what are you, 50 grams? You're 25 grams? 50 grams. Okay. 50 grams, 1760. Yep, 1760 a skein. So well over $30 for 100 grams. Not something I would usually, price point wise, especially for like a solid color like this. If it was something indie dyed and like really magical looking, maybe like a self-striping, but this is great. So these were all 75% off. And I think that put them at like $4.40 each. So for Shibui, for $4.40 for organic cotton, I thought that was a really good price. And it is a, what are you? Sport weight. And I figured I really enjoyed making, or I enjoy having. I didn't enjoy making because it was gray and boring and repetitive. But the staple linen staple tank by Joji Locatelli, I made it last summer. And it's a piece that I've worn a ton. And I would like to make some more like loose fitting cropped type tank tops in, again, super boring gray yarn. I don't know if I have enough of this color to make probably 150 for a tank top. Yeah, I could do that. Some tanks. And then I also got in this other color of gray in the color Graphite. So I have 4 of those. So I basically bought out the Shibui Gray organic cotton section. So we got Graphite, we got Tar. They could pair together, but probably won't. This one I could probably make a tee out of, and then the Tar a tank. Because yeah, I really like a linen cotton blend, but for organic 100% cotton, this is actually very nice soft cotton. It doesn't feel like, kitchen washcloth cotton. And yeah, Shibui is it's nice stuff. So I haven't worked with this particular line of Shibui before, but I thought it would be nice. So I have all of this 75% off. They were 4 something each, which came to $30 something. So thought that was a good price. And then if I had filled a bag, it would have been 50% off, but I didn't want to fill a grocery bag full of yarn when, hello, there's plenty of yarn there. But my husband has been wanting a knit ribbed hat. He has lots of my Bolton beanie, which I designed for him, which is a crocheted hat, but because of the crochet, it is a very dense hat. So he wants like a lightweight, not like slouchy, but like a slouchy fabric. So like a looser, not even a looser gauge, but just like a less dense fabric. So he's been wanting a hat. I don't know if he's going to get it this winter at this point because it's March. It's March now. But I have the yarn, so maybe he can have it for next fall. Maybe he'll get it for his birthday in July when everyone wants a wool hat. This color was what I was looking for. I didn't want to get superwash. I wanted to do something non-superwash, but he didn't want anything super woolly. So I was looking for just like a merino, but this is Superwash Australian Merino by Variations DK, I think is the yarn line. I'm kind of confused by the tag. I'm not sure if Yarn by Friendly Products. I don't know what Friendly Products is. I have never seen this brand before, but I'm pretty sure it's Variations. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. And then it's their DK weight. And the colorway is Black Pearl, which is really what sold me. Because I did want like a tonal charcoal gray. That's the color he wanted. It matches his coat. It looks great on him. But I didn't want superwash. There weren't a ton of options that were going to be either the right weight. Because I think I wanted a fingering or sport weight, but this is not a super dense DK. So it's probably a light DK. So yeah, I thought superwash, at least then we'd be able to chuck the hat in the washing machine. It won't be too high maintenance. But it might be smelly because superwash kind of is plasticky. So we'll see. But Black Pearl, the color, if you know me at all, based on my internet presence, I love pirates. So yes, a pirate name sold me. So I got this slew of gray yarn at the Village Wool yarn sale. I'm gonna add it to my shelf back there. Oh, I should probably create a separate cotton cubby. They're all gray. You got like a blue gray, a green gray, a charcoal gray. A lot of gray. Insert Counting Crows lyrics. But I also got these. And I'm not sure actually if like notions and stuff were discounted as well. But cute scissors. Gotta have scissors for the project bags. So I will add, there's already a lot of gray back there, isn't there? A lot of gray and black. Yep. And this one I probably could have made him a hat in, but this is leftover from a design collab, and I kind of want that one for myself. And this is allocated to a shawl, and this is all a sweater quantity. So I wasn't getting any of that. Then this one is got like pink and yellow in it, and this one's a slub. So, yeah, more gray yarn. Why not? I love rainbow. I love mustard yellow, but if I have to pick a neutral, gray for sure. I kind of use mustard yellow as a neutral in my wardrobe, but for making, yeah. So I don't know what hat I'm going to make him. I know Pearl Soho has some free ones. He doesn't really want anything slouchy. He claims he doesn't want a folded brim, although I think he could really rock a folded brim. And then that gives you the option to have a beanie and a slouchy, but he's definitely not like a coffee shop hipster kind of guy. So he can rock a beanie for sure. So if you have any very basic, I could definitely do a gauge swatch and figures out the numbers myself. But if you have any really super basic, I know that there's what's that one that you knit from end to end? The Muscle Burr, I think, by Isolde. I don't think, that one's fingering weight. And this is DK, and I don't think he would want a doubled over DK hat, because then that would kind of defeat the whole lighter weight hat situation. And I know there's that Everyday Slouchy one by Tristan Molina, Dragon Horde. And that one is about a DK, because I think you hold fingering and mohair double. But that's not really the look he's looking for either. I think he wants like a 1x1 ribbed. So I could use the Seismic Beanie, which is one of my favorites, by White Owl Crochet. But it is a knit beanie. But that one's twisted rib, so I would have to kind of convert it, because I don't think he wants twisted rib. I think he just wants regular 1x1 rib. I feel like Pearl Soho has a bunch of Watchman-esque hats. Free pattern would be great, because I'm probably not going to follow it in entirety. But if anybody has a great, really basic men's plain beanie hat with no foofy decreases, just normal looking decreases, I guess. And yeah, I don't know if he wants like decreased ridges or just like a gathered. I don't know. I have until next fall. So if you have any suggestions, sorry I've been looking sideways the whole time. I've also just noticed that my mic cover is shedding. So if there was an obnoxious shed in frame at any point, you can't even see it now, so probably not. But if there was a mic dead cat shed, sorry. Yeah, so I need a hat pattern. I need to finish my socks. I should figure out how I'm making this Easter dress thing in the next, Easter dress thing in the next month. And yeah, I still keep saying I'm going to design a shawl back there. That needs to happen too. So that is, I think, all of the content I have for you. Pretty short episode, but thought I'd check in with you. And if you have suggestions for me, I'd love to hear them down below. And if you want to join us for that live, I would love to have you join. And I think you're able to chat. So if you want to jump in on that, can we chat? It's a live. So I think so. I know she's doing it through... Yes, I'm pretty sure. Either way, I would love for you to join Sarah and I over on Sarah's channel, SEK Handmade. Linked in the show notes for you, on March 8th, 2022 at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Just doing little Meet the Maker stuff. And she does kind of, at least from the ones that I've watched, she gets into more like maybe questions you like, not just business related questions. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to that, and I will hopefully see you guys soon with some more content and updates on this springtime dress situation. Send me all of your ideas. Thank you for hanging in there with me. I appreciate all of you, and I will see you next time.